All right, welcome back to The Source Behind the Smoke, episode six already. And today we've got a blast from the past. It's Paul from Grey's Graphics.
Hello, everyone.
All right, Paul. So, Paul, I know what you do, but for anyone who doesn't know what Grey's Graphics is, tell us what Grey's Graphics is about.
Grey's Graphics. So I've got a couple of businesses. Grey's Graphics is my business that's been 21 years now. Been trading that for. I've also got a school uniform business that my wife runs. That's in Stanford-le-Hope. But Grey's Graphics is in Grays, in Thurrock. We've been trading 20 years. Commercial lorries, signage, print, shop signage and stuff. That's what, as you know, we do.
Nice.
But yeah, the last sort of 5 years since we moved into a bigger unit, we're heavily into commercial wraps now, like lorries.
Yeah, because you were in that small unit, weren't you? What? How long ago did you move to the new?
Yeah, like 5 years, 2020.
And then it's gone to another level, isn't it?
Yeah, so COVID hit and literally I just got the keys for this new unit, big 6,000 square foot unit. And it was like, right, it's go time now. And then obviously COVID hit and we was like, oh crap, I've just invested.
Yeah, I was going to say, so going into that then, before like COVID hit, what happened? Like, did it just...
Well, a lot of businesses, a lot of wrapping companies actually, police were turning up at their doors and shutting them down. But we was quite fortunate. We was working for the NHS and we was doing ambulance graphics.
Yeah.
So we was working with the crash repair companies to do the chevrons on the ambulances. So we'd done some stuff at Basel Hospital.
Yeah, nice.
So obviously we kept a lot of that at the front of the shop. If the police come in about 5 times while we was running.
Really?
And obviously we said, look, we're doing the emergency services graphic so we could stay open. But a lot of people did close, yeah.
Yeah, mad.
But it was a good year for us, actually. Yeah. We've done all loads of perspex screens. I've done some bits for you, didn't I?
Yeah, well, that's it. Like, I'm not being funny. Like, people say for us with COVID, like, oh my God, I bet the shop was quiet, but the Instagram just went off.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely went off. You know, the shop was quiet. We had no one coming in the shop, but we had people like messaging me. At that time, I had 1,100 Insta. We're now, 5-6 years later, we've got 45,000.
Yeah.
You know what it's like. Once you get it going, we had people coming in a car park and we would just go out there, meet them, put their stuff in a pile, they'd get out of the car.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you had to make the best of it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you had the ambulance bit, but then you're like, right, we can do this. And you just have to be smart.
Do you know what? I was doing business coaching at the time, action coach. And it was a big thing for that as like any business that wants to pivot. If you pivot right now, like we never used to do perspex screens. We never used to do floor stickers, 2 meter distance stickers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So when we went straight into lockdown, it was like, oh, what we're going to do? We need to pivot. Everyone's at home. We can't just sit at home. So I literally done like a PDF of like all the stickers that you'd need if you wanted to reopen like a business. We've done loads for you, didn't we?
Yeah.
Safe distancing and it got silly in the end. We was doing like sanitized clear vinyl for like door handles and stuff. But do you know what? It was one of the best years we had in 2020.
Same here.
It's crazy.
It was one of the, because people ask me about COVID and I say, do you know what? It was awful. But at the same time, like we took off. It's a hard thing to say because you did really well in a really crap situation.
Yeah.
But we took off, and like you say, if you just got creative at that time, you would thrive.
Yeah.
It was a hard time, but a good time.
We had about 3 months when it first happened. We had about 3 months where it was like, obviously we just had this empty workshop.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
So I got a building firm that was all a family-run business for a building firm. So they was all in their own circle.
Yeah.
They literally worked in the workshop on their own. We got all the deliveries come when we was able to from Travis, and they literally built our internal workshop in about 3 months. And then we opened in like June. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad. And then talk to me about, so we know what Grey's Graphics is. You've done loads here, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah, we've printed loads for you, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got the Yeti stuff over there. Anyone that's been in the shop, all the graphics you see are pretty much Paul, because I'm very much like, as I've met new people.
How long have we worked together now?
Well, I've been doing barbecue. I started barbecue in 2010 up the top. I brought it down here in 2017, and you helped to sort of, we did the doors, the back doors.
Yeah.
We've done loads, and we did the Yeti stuff last year. We did the Weber, the Traeger wall.
I met you. I think my first memory of meeting you was my wife is just mentally mental on Christmas stuff, isn't she?
Yeah.
She loves a bargain, my wife. But more importantly, you do some great deals in after Christmas. So on like that
Yeah, you don't see Paul. You see him in January.
My wife
when
is
the
floating
sales
about.
start.
She's always buying your like big display stuff.
Yeah, you had the big tall toy soldiers outside your front of your house.
Toy soldiers, and then your mum went. No, we got one, and then your mum went and got me another one, didn't she?
Of course she did.
She sourced me another
Shout
one.
out, mum.
Shout your mum out. And then we had your reindeers, life-size reindeers, and.
But what happens with you is you come in December, you see it all, and then I see you in January when the sales are on.
Yeah,
which is how he works.
Back on it. That's straight up businessman, really, isn't it? Let's be honest. But we started seeing you like regularly every year coming in here for Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
And then we bought some barbecue stuff, and then that was it. We started obviously talking.
That's it. And then we've done. Well, the thing was as well. I come to you with an idea, and then what would happen a lot, wouldn't you? I'd say to you, I've got an idea. You'd come down here.
Yeah.
And then you'd go, and I'd go, look, this is what I want to do. And you go, okay, cool. What about this? Because then you're expert. You did all the backing behind the wall there, the graphics on the back of the wall.
Yeah.
The sign there, the showroom. It's more than a showroom, it's a lifestyle.
Wall, and it? Wood grain and stuff.
Yeah, so pretty much anything you come in here and see, he's done it. Pretty much. A lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, obviously, we've grown the team now. We've got, I employ over 30 people.
Oh, mate, when I first came into the one, it was like 4 or 5 of you.
Yeah.
And then how it's evolved. When I come in there now, it's just different. You still got Gary, you still got Lucas. Lucas
is rapping for us. Adrian's still there. Yeah, we've still got us as well. The team's still...
The core's there.
Still core team. And then we've got the outside subbies that we've been bringing. But yeah, I still enjoy coming down and seeing what you require, and then obviously trying to fix that pain threshold of making sure that the vision that you've got actually is what you get.
Yeah, well, what's your slogan?
A business with no sign is a sign of no business.
How cool is that? I like that.
Yeah, that's it. But we've actually done a lot. We've been working a lot. We've been doing a lot of coaching stuff as well. So vision, mission, culture, and making sure. I think the key to a lot of it is like making sure the staff feel like they come into something that's still growing, and there's a vision for the company. I think a lot of these staff that jump around different businesses. I mean, we're B2B, our business, aren't we? We work with a lot of businesses. There's always different staff coming in for picking their vans up, and you're like, what, and the business owner's like, bloody staff, this, staff, that. But you've got to make sure that you build an environment. Like, this is a lovely environment to be working in. And we try and build a similar place like this, like an environment where people are coming to work, they feel like they're part of something, and it's going somewhere, That's
it. We try and make it, we were talking a couple of minutes ago, try and make it as fun as we can. We were talking, me and Lee, and just said like how, we at 5 o'clock, that's it. It's like, no, it's not. That's when it starts.
Yeah.
And you sit at home, you're going through your phone, you're doing all that. And me and the boys, like, especially me and Jamie, we go everywhere. But I make it as fun as I can. Like, we've just been setting up a barbecue for Nick Pope, the England goalkeeper, so we went up to Newcastle.
Yeah.
But in the same time, we went all the way to Newcastle to build a barbecue. We went to the football, went to Southend game, went out for dinner. So all of a sudden, there's a lot more to it.
What I like about you, mate, is like, you can go to a barbecue. There isn't no barbecue places like this, is there? You've created such an atmosphere around your brand, and this Alton barbecue world is like, it's massive brand now. Yes, like everyone I talk about, as soon as I talk about Alton Garden Centre, they'll say Alton barbecue world.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And it's well done. Like, a credit to you for doing that, mate, because I wouldn't buy a barbecue anywhere else.
No,
do you know what I mean?
That.
And even anything that you sell, I always try and make sure that, you spend money with us, we spend money with you. But it's great. I love watching your Instagram, like when you're having different parties and stuff. Like, what barbecue centre is having like that sort of level of party?
Just push the boundaries.
You was at the West Ham London Stadium, weren't you?
Yeah,
recently.
Wingfest.
When I saw them videos, it's like, and it takes a lot of time and effort and money as well, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like when you invest in them sort of shows, it's not easy, is it?
Nope, it's not easy. Like this, we're now sitting here at 7:15 at night. We all finished work a couple of hours ago, but you're doing all this, and at the end of the day, it doesn't just happen. Like the Wingfest, I went and met Rich. He showed us around, said there's a stage, we want you to do demos. We're now 5 years later, and we're having it off at Wingfest. Like, it's amazing atmosphere.
But you went and created that though. It's like we'd done our first show at the NEC. It was a big bus and coach show. So obviously we wrapped lorries, but we've never really wrapped coaches and buses. They're all flat panels. And when we looked into that market, there wasn't anyone doing it properly. No. It was all like old sign writers still, or a couple of people doing the letters, but there weren't anyone doing it properly. So we went there and done it. I think the thing cost me about 15 grand in the end.
Really?
For like a 4-day. Well, we got hotels up there.
No, that's it.
It's like I think it's a 3 or 4 day show. It was good. It was a good show. We done well out of it. But these sort of things, they're an investment, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. You know, there's so much goes into it. You know, I went down to Wingfest Bristol before. By the time I've done trains, this, that, you're talking a lot of money. But it's like people then very quickly go, "Oh, you doing that? What'd you get out of it? How much did you make?" I go, "I didn't make a lot, but I've done this, this, and this." And you just watch 6 months later, and you see something, you go, "Ah, there you go." And you see It's
But
not,
if you wouldn't have done any of this, any shows, events,
no, it
barbecues, patios,
wouldn't be this.
what would you get? Someone coming in, you're getting people coming here, and they're like, "Oh, this is that place I see online." And that.
Well, that's it. When I was over in, there's 3 times now, 3 times that blow my mind. I went to the Ryder Cup in Italy, in Rome, and I was in the big club, the big merchandise place. And I've come out of there, and some guys went, "Alton's Barbecue World." I went, "What?" I was in Rome.
Wow.
I went, "What?" He went, "You're Alton's Barbecue World, didn't you?" And my mate Elliot at the time, we had other friends with us. They went, "What is going on?" They went, "Oh, Jay's got like quite a big Instagram following." So that was one. Then I was in Dubai, and I was at the hotel, and there was this guy kept looking at me and that. So we got chatting to him. He was English, and he went, "I do recognise you." And I went, "Ah." I went, "Oh, I've got a barbecue shop." He went, "Nah." He said, "I don't, nothing to do with barbecues." I went, "Well, I've done a few celebrity bits and that." And he went, "Like what?" So I said, this. And then I said, Yanni. Yeah. So I said, Yanni. He went, "That's it. Yanni, you did a barbecue for Yanni, didn't you, at his house?" And then his son was here having hot sauce. I went, "That's it."
Yeah, so he's seen it through that.
Exactly. And then the other day I was in the Newcastle club shop with Jamie. He'll tell you, he'll back me up on this. We're in there, guys looking at me. He's going, looking at my t-shirt. I had a black one of these on. I went, "You're right." And he went, "Yeah, you were on Syndicate's vlog, weren't you?" I was like, yeah, YouTube. He went, "Yeah, I saw you in his vlog and that doing a barbecue, mate. You guys are sick." And you know, when that then is the reason why I do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Because you think you're in Newcastle and all that, and that's where
it opens up the world.
That's where it's worth it. Because the thing is,
it's changing as well, isn't it? Like
it's a different.
If you're not doing content, I was saying earlier, if you're not doing content about your business, you are behind.
Exactly. The thing
is, sometimes you could be a good 5 years behind, really.
Well, that's it. I started mine in lockdown. And the thing is, I see barbecue shops now popping up and that. And I know a lot of people, I know everyone in the industry and that, and everyone's doing their own thing. But if you said to me, "Go and start it now," I'd be like, "Yeah, I don't know how I do it now." We timed it perfectly. In that lockdown, we had something good and we got to shout about it. If you're starting it now, you're like, "Oh, mate, you know." Yeah. The blueprint is there because there's places like us, SoCal, Pro Smoke and that. There's some good places around the UK have done really well. But, like, it's hard.
So what we find as well is like, where we do all our content for Grayer. So we've got a thing called GG Weekly. Yeah. So we've got Pat that comes in. Pat does content and video for us as for Grayer's Graphics. So every Friday we do, it's on YouTube, GG Weekly. We put it on our socials as well. And we do basically content around the day, what we're doing. We've done an advert.
In the life.
We've done a Willy Wonka advert about sweet bundles going to fleet managers and stuff. But what we've found is our suppliers of our vinyl material, they're actually contacting us and they're giving us, and they leave ridiculous rates on our material because they want us to be selling their stuff. Yep. And then also where we're like, you know, we're not a massive business, medium-sized business. There's a lot of small one-man band graphics people that see the vinyl we use and they think, well, Grayer's Graphics are using that vinyl. We need to use that vinyl. Yeah. I think we should use that vinyl because of that. And that's when it reverses. And that's when you think all this investment that we've spent on doing content, doing these videos each week. That's where it's if we're then saving money with our suppliers, then when
I got my car wrapped, there was I'm sitting there and he started talking to me like Joe and I was like, I couldn't believe how mind-blowing it was. He showed me all these different companies, all these different stuff. I was like, mate, this is like a minefield. I just thought a wrap was a wrap. Yeah. That's how. But then again, people coming in and they go, "All right, mate, I'm just after a barbecue." I go, "Yeah, what do you want?" They go, "I don't know, mate. What have you got?" I go, "Mate."
But your suppliers of your barbecues, like Yeti and stuff, even Monster, you were just talking about your Monster fridge which is brilliant. But they're not going to give that to any barbecue shop because you've done all of this. Yeah. Like they've gone, we want to team with you to sell your things.
Yeah, buzzing with that. That's one of my sort of notches. Like they've seen some of the stuff we've done. They like to post. We spoke to our guy in the restaurant. He said he might be able to get one. Spoke to them, and then they saw what we did here and managed to get it in here. Nice. And it's going really well.
We wrapped another fridge for you, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Talking about like what you say there, people reaching out. Those guys there, Woody Ovens, they approached me about doing some dough. They spoke to Matt, Food Review Club, and Matt said, "You need to get your stuff into Jay." So they approached me. So they sent it down. We used it and said, "Yeah, this is cool." I said, "I've got an old freezer." So they said, "Yeah, okay, let's do something." So I said, "Listen, I'll put you in touch with Paul and the team And I think then he spoke to Lee,
yeah.
and it's literally in here right now.
Yeah, it was nice. You picked it up from me this week, didn't you?
Yeah.
But wrapped a fridge, and then hopefully that'd be something that they can do well on, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, that's it. And I think now as well. So the thing is, they've approached me. I then said, yeah, let's do it. I then said, I've got a freezer. I've said, why don't we wrap the freezer? They've worked out a wrap. They've worked out with Lee. They've done a wrap. It looks cool. I've gone and picked it up. And then Lee tells me they're talking about getting freezers now for all the stores and getting them all pre-wrapped. So it's like, look how that's worked.
Yeah, exactly.
Look how that networked. And that's what it is. Some of the coolest people that got in touch.
What a wow moment.
Yeah, what's been some wow? Because I know, didn't you have a crane or something?
Yeah, we've done a lot of crane work. That's quite hard, the crane work, because obviously when you go on site to these crane places, they're dusty. So our yard is very clean.
Yeah.
It's nice concrete. So, yeah, we surprised our landlord a few times with some, like, you wouldn't even fit it in here, would you?
No.
You wouldn't fit it in here. What are they? 80 foot? 80 foot, and then they span out about 200 foot. I don't know, I'm making numbers up now, but when you turn around in the yard and pull in the car park and them two have got a fucking crane arms all out in the yard and the landlord's standing there like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that is a...
yeah, it's pretty mad.
That's a pretty mad thing. But yeah, not obviously that's working for, like high lift assist, wasn't it? Total lift assist and that. So, but if you're talking about a prestigious work...
Yeah.
We done the international Brazil coach.
Oh, I saw that.
We wrapped that.
How did that come about?
That was something that we got recommended to do it, and the FA rang us 2 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Who did they ring?
They rang the office.
Right.
And then put him through to me and went, I think you might want to take this call.
Did you think it was some sort of joke?
Yeah, well,
the FA are on the phone.
Brazil were coming on the Wednesday. No, actually.
I'd have thought this is a wind-up.
Brazil were coming on the Wednesday, and this was Tuesday, 3:00. And they basically said to us, the Brazil team are coming. They need a bus fully wrapped, and it needs to be done by tomorrow. And it was like 3:00. I was like, well, what the...
Yeah, I bet you're thinking,
yeah,
I've got to make this happen.
Give me an hour. I said, give me an hour. Let me see if I can physically do it.
That's what
we sent someone out in a van over to our suppliers, which is about 2 hours away. We rang them and said, have you got this canary yellow vinyl? I need 7 rolls of it. I'll come and pick it up now, like now. So they were like, yeah, we can do that. Right, can we get the staff to do it? So we phoned up the staff we had. We was like, look, can we all get on and do it?
You need to stay on, yeah.
There's a video on YouTube about it, which on Grace Graphics YouTube. If you want to,
we'll put that up somewhere on the story.
Put it up if you want to do that. Yeah, but we done it. Like we stayed till 5 a.m. That day it was all done. They dropped the coach off to us at like 6 o'clock at night.
It's one of them things though, Paul. Like I've had things here where you get a phone call and you're like, I can't. I'm gonna have to find a way. Something.
Yeah.
I
knew it was gonna be.
I was talking to Brendan and Jaden, who the Lumberchats boys who are on Dragon's Den on this, and I said, now we're in a position where we're doing well, where we can sort of say no to things. So I think come along, I get phone calls I'm like, nah, I just can't do it. I just haven't got time, and I don't need to say yes to everything just for clout. But there's some things where you get a phone call and you go, right, probably like you, but leave that with me. And you sit there, you go, in your head, you go, right, where do I go with this? And then you start. And
thing is as well is you don't realise if you do that job what comes from it, because everything we do big like that, we will make sure we've got something like this, like a camera set up, and we've done a big video on it. Off the back of that, we done Cadbury's bus that went to Southend for all inner city kids come into Southend, because like there's like 65 or 70% of kids in a city London, they've never been to the seaside.
Yeah.
So first bus, shout to them, an Ensign bus, they put a bus on with big ice creams on it for Cadbury's, and we wrapped it and it went to Southend. So we got that job. We got the Ipswich playoffs. We done 2 buses for the Ipswich playoffs.
So there you go. Sorry,
so all of a sudden, we were known for, and that's why we went. This was 1 month after we went to that bus and coach show. It was crazy. It was like, and it didn't even come from that bus and coach show that we done. All of a sudden, we've just done like probably the most prestigious coach job that you could do in the graphics in world.
Yeah, Brazil.
We'd just done it.
Yeah, they've probably got to be the most. Yeah,
and that was that. To be fair, if you ask me, the most prestigious job we've done was the Brazil international bus.
That's pretty good.
We worked for the NBA as well. So the NBA used to. They don't know more, I believe, but they used to come a few years ago. They used to come to the O2
Arena,
and they used to do the NBA basketball event, and we used to put all the graphics on the floor. So that was a bit tricky.
That was cool.
Well, the first couple of times I was like, I need to do some research here because I can't be tripping up basketball players. That'd be pretty embarrassing. That they were slipping all over my graphics. So we had to do some research on that, but that went really well. That was good.
Because that's mad, isn't it? Because literally, like, I just watched, what was I watching on TV the other day? It was football, and it was at Wembley. It was a Community Shield.
Yeah.
Community Shield game with, who just played the other day? Man City and
Chelsea,
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace, yeah.
Yeah. I think Man
Palace,
City.
Palace
No, it's Liverpool and Palace.
Yeah.
Because the FA Cup versus the Premier
Palace
League.
win?
Yes.
Yes.
Beat him on penalties, I think.
Didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah. And they said 6 days ago this was Oasis.
Yeah.
And they went, how they've turned it. They said it's the fastest they've ever turned it from a stadium into that. And like you say, you probably went down the O2 and they went, the night before they're doing music, the next night NBA.
Yeah.
And it's like, how? How do they do that?
When you go there as well on the set.
I bet when you see the inside, what goes on.
21 years ago, that was where I come from. I come from the exhibition industry.
Did you?
So build-ups of exhibitions, I used to do all the graphics for that. And that used to be 1,000 people in a show trying to build it up, getting in people's way. And it was a great laugh. Like, after hours, it was funny. Like, people in there, you get to know everyone.
Yeah, I bet.
People running about. But that, when you look at how 6 a.m. the next day, the thing's ready, carpet out, red carpet, done, ready. It was, we used to do a lot of tennis events as well. And like, you're printing at 3 a.m, and then the organisers come down and go, we don't really like that. Can we change that? And you're like, you can't say no. You just got to be like, yeah, shh.
Cool. Yeah, of course, mate,
you look
no
at
problem.
the staff and they're like dying, wanting to go home. But that's that industry. I've got a question for you. How many people buy that pig?
Right.
Do people buy that? Or is that just for show?
That is just for show. So
You don't sell that?
No. And that's why it says there, do not feed our pig, he's not for sale. I've had to literally put that up there. Not that anybody...
It's cool though, isn't it?
It's cool. Not that anyone reads
So has anyone asked you, like, how much is that, mate?
You have no idea.
Why don't they sell them?
You have no idea. Literally, we sit there and we get asked all the time.
How much is your Yeti?
What? Your
9-foot Yeti?
What, the polar bear?
Yeah.
The polar bear. He's not for sale either. He's come out of the grotto. We call him Boris. He's head of security.
Wow. But no,
yeah,
that's not for sale and you can't buy it.
So the pig...
Don't ask it.
So the pig, that is obviously Traeger. Traeger sent that to me. There's only a couple in the UK. Traeger sent that to me as a thank you and as a present for everything I've done for Traeger. Along with their NFL jersey up there. They sent me that. The clock over there. But that pig, I would never sell it because
it doesn't work.
It don't work. It don't work. I don't know.
It's got no belly in it.
But
it is cool.
It just means more than that. Do you know what I mean? You know when you get some things, you go, mate, look at that. And you go, yeah, but it's more like, I got that as a present.
Yeah, if you're taking that, you're taking it home, aren't you?
All right, one thing we've got to talk about, right? Because I recently came to pick up that oven and you've got a dog.
I know what you're going to talk about.
You've got a dog called Hugo. Hugo is, what is he? He's a French Bulldog.
He's a French Bulldog cross German Shepherd.
Right.
But he's a mistake. He's one of my friends on Facebook put him and he was like, he was a French Bulldog puppy on a table like that. But he didn't have a bulldog face and he had his ears poking up. And I was like, what is that? Well, I want that. I want that dog. But he's like a proper guard dog, German Shepherd.
And he's small.
He's small, but he's stocky.
He's
Everyone thinks he's a puppy German Shepherd.
Yeah, I did.
But he's like 4.5 years old.
So I come in and the first time I come in to drop it off, I went into the office and he just looked at me. And I was like, and they went, just wait a minute. And he just growled. So I've gone in the toilet, right? This is no joke. I've gone in the toilet. I'm standing in the toilet.
Climbed out the window.
I was looking. I'm standing in the toilet. I'm thinking, I ain't coming out of here because that thing's going to go. If someone ain't got him, I'm just joking, right? And it growled at me. Then when I come back, didn't I? You had him out. And I went, mate, he don't like me.
If I'm there, he's all right.
He ain't, mate.
Don't deterrent that from you coming down my shop, all right?
Mate,
he's locked away. Now he comes Tuesday, Thursday to my shop because he will tear my house up.
He's angry, mate.
Yeah, no, he's trained. He's very much like, if you just come into the office,
he wants to know.
He's a bit like, oh, what are you doing? But if we've got a certain way to deal with him that won't rip your arm off. We had a guy turn up with a full custom and he said, I've got a new custom coming. So what I want to do is I'm going to drop it off on a Thursday. Can you remove all the graphics because it's going back to the lease company? So he's like, okay, cool. Dropped it off on the Thursday. All the new wraps being printed for the Friday because obviously we're wrapping his new van. Unwrapped all the van, put it all back together, cleaned it. But obviously when we wrap a van, we take all the handles off, all the lights. Yeah. So it's ran over a little bit of the day. So the lights are still out, the handle's still out. She said, listen, leave it. We could phone the customer and said, look, we could finish it today if you want, but if you're dropping your new van down tomorrow anyway, why don't you leave your old van in? And we'll just swap it over tomorrow. Save you coming down twice and coming back on the Friday. At least you've got something as well to to drop your van and pick it up. I've come in the next day and, well, at the end of the day, Lee's rang me and gone, it's all right. We're cracking on with Thingy's van. Not going to say who his name is. I've had another van cancelled, so I've put 2 fitters on it. So it's now like 4:30. He said, van's nearly finished. You might as well give him a call because we was going to keep it till Monday, the new van. So I phoned up this geezer. I think his name was Lee, wasn't it? I went, Lee, you all right, mate? I said, look, the guys are doing quite well with your van. Like, it'd be nearly finished at about 5 o'clock. He went, what are you talking about? I'm sitting in the van. They've wrapped the old van with the new graphics. So we de-wrapped a van. It was in the workshop. Because it was in the next day, the new fitters had come in, thought it was the bloody new van. So it's
cracked on.
It's fully wrapped. I'm sitting there. All we could do was laugh. I mean, I was crying inside. But this geezer on the phone, literally was pissing himself laughing because obviously he's realised. So that was probably the biggest horror story we had. But we got some lovely photos of it finished. And then we actually done a video about it, didn't we? And she said, look, we can really fuck up. Sorry, we can really bodge things up if we want to.
Yeah, it's good though.
Yeah. Back on the printer it went, didn't it?
One with Joe, who was our weekender, who was with us a couple of years. And he had one of the Della Vita pizza ovens. And I said to him, put it on the bottom of the trolley, but just be aware that it's clay. So put it on the bottom of the trolley and hold it. So literally he's gone down the car park. Next thing, they're coming walking back in. I'm looking and going, why are you back in here? So when I've had an accident, so I've looked on the cameras and literally it slid off, flipped onto its lid, like imagine one of them, and it's flown down the car park. So it's gone down the car park. So yeah, it scratched the whole thing. So we had to just give him a whole new one.
We've got actually a role right now, actually, just a little plug for us, but we've got an apprentice role right now. So if you are an apprentice, I think we're looking for 18 to 20-year-olds. If you are and you're looking to get into the vehicle wrapping, then yeah, contact us through Greyers Graphics. We've got a role right now, live.
Adverts now, mate.
Advert.
If you could wrap 3 celebrities' cars, dead or alive, whose cars or whatever they've got, would you like to wrap?
Okay. I'll go music first.
Okay.
So, idolise Chris Brown.
Oh, dear.
Like I've been.
Oh, he loves a bit of
Chris Brown as well.
He's been a couple of times, and
yeah, I've been 4 times in the last. Well, it's 2023.
He's done a few recently, isn't he?
3 times, and I've just gone twice at the top.
Because every time he puts stuff up,
he's just like maybe a bit of a man crush. You know what I mean?
All joking aside,
go and see him.
All joking aside, this guy has put up a story last year and a story this year when he went. Both times I didn't get tickets, and both times I watched it. I went, why have I not gone?
JK, what's it like?
He says I'm real.
Like, there's more men. You what? Did you? Yeah. There's more men. Well, there's not. That's a lie. Why would I?
He's awesome.
Why would I even say that? There's more men there than women. But there's the ratio of looking at who's there. Yeah. I look and think, fucking hell. And they're all like, I'm there, fucking blasting out, singing, dancing. There's no one better than him.
He's class. And the thing is as well, like I'm worried about now, is he ain't going to keep doing it, and he's not going to keep going.
I'd wrap his car. I'd wrap his car for nothing.
There you go. Get in touch.
I'd wrap his whole house.
Here we go.
If I could meet him, I'm not going to be doing one of them meet and greets. Jesus Christ. My wife always says, you're going to be straddling him, cuddling. I'm like, you know what I mean? No, it's no meet and greet. But if you want your car wrapped, Chris Brown, if you watch this podcast and you want your car wrapped,
mate, if that happens, I don't know what I'll say. Right, Chris Brown 1.
Chris Brown number 1. I'm a massive West Ham fan. I love Paolo Di Canio.
Okay, I thought you were going to say. Okay, I thought you were going to say Mark Noble or something.
Mark Noble. I've met Mark Noble a couple of times.
Paolo Di Canio's a legend, though, isn't he?
But Paolo Di Canio, to convert this Italian hothead to a West Ham, he is West Ham fan.
Yeah,
we converted him, and he's the funniest. I've watched loads about him. I've watched his socials, and I watched a lot of
proper character, isn't he?
He's a proper character. So, yeah, Paolo Di Canio.
2,
and the third one, dead or alive. Obviously, I'd probably say like, well, I'm obviously getting family out of the way. Obviously, my nans and that, they died. If I could bring them back, I would. That's probably the nicest thing to say if any of my family watching it. But the Tupac Biggie thing is always something that I'd like to solve.
Tupac.
So I'd either one. I'd probably bring 2-pack. He'd probably eat less than Biggie.
So you want to do 2 packs?
If it was a dinner, obviously I'm wrapping their car though.
He'd have a car and he'd have one of them. What are those low riders?
Yeah.
He'd have one of them.
But I'd love to bring one of them back and wrap one of their cars and ask them a few questions. Yeah.
All right, Paul. Another question I always ask everyone. I'll give you free reign. You get to pick one thing out of the shop. You got the pizza ovens, you got the Yeti, you got the Traegers, you got the Webers, you got the Peak if you want it. But if you could take,
is that actually you? Actually, I know you're not actually, but
if you could take one thing and I let you, you ain't going to take the Pig anyway because you said you don't want it. So if you could take one thing out of here, what would you take?
I said I didn't want it. I'd take the Pig.
Would you?
Yeah.
All right, say the Pig's off the table then, because I've not offered no one else the Pig.
Okay. Pig's off the table.
Yeah. What are you saying?
I quite like your pizza.
Yeah, they're popular.
What's the best pizza oven you do?
Well, the Gosneys, the domes.
Is it?
So you got the dome, you got the rock box, you got the arcs, you got the treads. All of them tick a certain box. But Gosneys,
are they quite popular then?
Biggest brand in the world.
Yeah, but are they quite popular apart from like?
Oh yeah. Well, the good thing is you got Weber. So if you want a gas or charcoal, best brand.
That's what I've.
If you want a wood pellet,
I've got
Traeger,
a Weber,
best brand. Yeah, you got Weber Genesis.
Yeah.
Traeger, best brand in wood pellet. Gosney, best brand in pizza ovens. Yeti, the best brand in coolers.
I like the G as well, so I'll probably go for that.
They're very stylish. They're very aesthetically pleasing.
Love them. So I'll take one of them, please.
Keep your eyes out. Graves Graphics, top man.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Top man.